if given a chance, if you have managed to secure a good funding round, or maybe if you have managed to have the resources, in which sector will you start up and why? And if you have a business idea in my mind, in your mind, not in my mind, yeah, in your mind, what would that be?
Now, one thing that a lot of people miss while coming to India and everyone wants to be in India is that they don't know how to market to Indians. And there's a gap between showing them as premium brands, but they miss cultural factors that they see. So creating an ad agency that is catering to particular industries and cities and cultures.
Don't you think that there is an ad agency right now which already addresses that problem in India? You don't see any agency doing that?
So there are big players, but someone who is catering to the small startups who also want to be, it's a huge pay for them. So starting something small and affordable for every company to be a part of, I think would be a better option.
We both were actually have seen a gap in the market with respect to the wedding industry.
Wedding industry.
Yeah, we have seen that there is no major player in the wedding industry, and there's so much of amount of scope, with respect to Indian weddings. So we both actually are currently working on that idea itself. We want to scale our startup up and pitch it to a couple of.
In a wedding, you have to run from pole to post to procure mithai, pandit, pandal, everything. So we were trying to create a solution that will be a one-stop kind of marketplace where you can procure anything for a wedding ceremony.
Pet grooming services as well as veterinary services in India is a very untapped market because most Indian households, a lot of them don't have four-wheelers, which causes, gives them trouble in transporting their pets and pet parents to actually go to vets. So I think a mobile service, which is actually kind of prevalent now, and I think it's a market which will not only help the current pet households, but also urge people to adopt more pets and in fact have more pets.
And you don't think any company in India is doing that right now?
There are very small, very unorganized unorganized people working on this, but there's nothing official and big. Which is, for example, why I feel Heads Up for Tails also is quite a good startup.
Okay, coming back to you, you said wedding planning. Don't you think wedding planning is already done too much in this country? And there's a scope of a lot of fraud. How will you handle that?
The industry is about $50 billion in size. Like there will be an investment of $50 billion in this year only in the Indian wedding industry. So for fraud, we can do KYC, we can do we can onboard only customers that we verify.
Okay.
And we also can do an integration with Shadi.com and other kind of websites.
One major outlook that is being very overlooked is men's clothing. So there's a lot of potential of changing how the men dress because of rising disposable incomes and the westernization impact that is there. So there are very few men in India, I believe, who are very conscious of what they're wearing, and there is a whole world out there where we can revolutionize how it's going to be.
And you don't think that's happening in India as of now?
I believe it is happening, but it's at a very nascent stage. There is a lot of potential in the market to formalize it and bring it to a next level.
Do you think that women's clothing are over-addressed and men's clothing is under-addressed? You think so? Okay. And you think there's any reason for that?
Usually women are very self-conscious of what they're wearing as compared to men, especially when it comes to Indian context.
I want to have a startup in the domain of SME consulting.
SME consulting?
Yes. So the basic idea is that contribution of SMEs to the country's GDP is upwards of 30-40%, and I believe that not many have the expertise or the core expertise to scale up their business, to find the right sources of where to finance their business, to really create a good product market fit.
I think with the resources available, a startup idea that I want to pitch would be regarding managerial effectiveness, especially in the sales force of BFSI sector. So it is especially important because a lot in BFSI sector, especially in sales, there is high attrition, especially the first year attrition is extremely high. Hence, it is extremely important that their own managers set clear expectation, the complete feedback and the huddle that happens properly. And this gap has been identified. So if we can provide a digital sort of a solution or AI-based solution where the manager can have a checklist and regular I would say touch points should be there so that they can reach out to their own sales member.
Okay.
That attrition can be reduced and then market can be better served as well.
Firstly, how do you rate their answers? Number one. What do you think of their answers? Number two. And number three, how do you find some answers which were like proposed when it comes to starting up, which sector, business ideas, वगैरह वगैरह?
I think the discussion was whether job is better or entrepreneurship is better. So there is no right answer. The answer is you need to reflect on your profile. What will you enjoy more? Do you enjoy a structured org structure where there are processes set, or you can enjoy flux? So based on that, you should take a call. Both has equal opportunities. Now, what I heard, where some of the areas that we get proposal on startups like men dresses, etc. So definitely good spotting of gaps. Then there was wedding planning. Wedding planning is huge opportunity but very difficult to crack. Same was the case with SME consultancy. So one is spotting the opportunity in terms of कि problem कितना बड़ा है. तो problem तो बड़ा ढूंढ लिया, लेकिन solution क्या निकालोगे and how practical is that, how will you implement it, etc. will become the next level of challenges that you'll have to solve for. For example, AI is the buzzword. तो हम लोग जाते हैं जब इन्वेस्टमेंट कमेटी में, तो वी कीप हियरिंग वट एवर इज़ द बज वर्ड ऑफ दैट फेज. सो लेट्स ईयर एंड हाफ बैक हर स्टार्टअप बोलता था ब्लॉकचेन है, चाहे हो ना हो. अभी जहाँ जाते हैं वहाँ सब बोलते AI है, चाहे हो ना हो. So in the committee also there are different people who sit. Some of them are deep into it, so they understand कि गोली दे रहे हैं. Some get impressed. So it's your luck. मेरे ख्याल से लॉन्ग जर्नी अगर देखना है तो बी ए कंटेंट क्रिएटर. क्रिएट अ प्रोडक्ट विच विल सेल विदाउट यू ट्राइंग टू सेल. तो आइडियली अगर कुछ स्टार्ट करना चाहते हो तो 2 लोग रहो, एक बनाओ एक बेचो, क्योंकि बेचना एक अलग कला है, बनाना एक अलग आर्ट है.